Hello everyone and welcome back to Starkey Farm Says. So my name is Samantha and I want to talk to you about a topic that a lot of people avoid, and that is using organic and herbal remedies for your pets. Now this topic, I want to make a disclaimer, folks. I am not a vet. I'm not a vet tech. I'm not a doctor. However, I am an educator. And the one thing that I can tell you is I have a lot of personal experience with using herbal remedies to heal my dogs, my cats, my livestock, and my family. But I also have personal experience in accidentally injuring a beloved dog using an herbal remedy made here in my home. So I want to make this video for you guys because a lot of people are asking me, how do I handle fleas? Well, I run a 2-acre farmstead. I have over 100 animals on that 2 acres. Parasites, fleas, ticks, infestations, or a real thing. How do I handle those? Well, we're going to jump into that topic right now. So yes, you can use herbal remedies to, say, treat ticks or fleas. But I'm going to tell you guys a story that was heartbreaking as well as eye-opening. So at the time, 2.5-year-old German Shepherd, at the time, he's almost 4 now, had a really bad case of fleas. And washing him literally every week with Dawn soap was drying out his skin. And it was hard to do. He's a livestock guardian. It's hard to bathe him like that. It's also not healthy for dogs to be continuously washed, okay? Their skin is different than ours. And by continually washing them, you're actually going to cause eczema for your dog, right? So I grow organic peppermint. So I made an organic peppermint for Hammer spray. Also used garlic in it, not very much garlic. Guys, within a few weeks of using it on him, he began to show signs of neurological damage. I thought it was an ear infection. It ended up not being, but I immediately stopped using that. I took him to a doctor who's on antibiotics. He was on steroids and stuff. It eventually fixed itself, but every now and then he still loses his balance. I know in my heart, it came from the fact that when he would lick his fur from where I sprayed my peppermint spray, he was ingesting the oils from the peppermint, which when you look it up has a big disclaimer that it can do just that. I am all down with natural remedies. I literally use pumpkin seeds ground up with shredded carrots to treat everything on my farm 4 times a year for tapeworm and roundworm, and it kills them 100%. I also use other natural remedies, like I make a red pepper flake with jalapeno, onion, and garlic with an apple cider vinegar with ginger and turmeric that I give to my chickens 4 times a year to help with pinworms and roundworms. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, don't play with things like peppermint oils, eucalyptus, citronella on your dogs. And the reason is, and your cats also, they're going to lick it. And that's how it makes them so sick. So my livestock guardian, my outside dogs, they get 2 flea pills a year. We start them in April. It lasts 3 months. We reapply May, June, July. We give it to them at the end of July, and that covers them until the flea season is over. They take it by mouth. I get it from the veterinarian. It's the only oral medication from the vet that they ever take. So again, even store-bought herbal remedies can be toxic. I will tell you guys something else that really helps your animals be able to fight disease, intestinal worms, parasites, fleas, ticks, is healthy food. I know it sounds so simple that it sounds stupid when somebody says it to you, but hear me now. Moving your dog to a raw diet, or even, look, I know it's expensive, guys. I've got a 110-pound puppy, an 85-pound German Shepherd, and a 20-pound Dachshund Rat Terrier mix. All right, I've got a lot of dog to feed. Even I can't pull off 100% raw all 3 dogs, right? I mean, Steven and I wouldn't be eating. So what I do is raise rabbits. They each, like the two big dogs, eat 2, maybe 3 rabbits a week a piece. Sometimes Hammer only eats 1, but Samson gets at least 3 rabbits a week. All right, they get raw chicken eggs, all 3 of them. They get raw chicken eggs 3-4 times a day, like 3 or 4 eggs per dog per day is what I'm trying to say. But because I raise that livestock, right, it's organic. None of my animals eat toxic food, so their meats and eggs are very, very healthy. And that allows me to substitute real nutrition in with the dog food. Plus, I find deals on meat. I even call the butcher shop down the road, the slaughterhouse, and I buy their bone dust. And when I have to give them more dog food that I'm comfortable with, I put a handful, like 2 cups worth, of bone dust on top with a couple of raw eggs. And then I can reduce the amount of dog food that I have to feed them while ensuring that they're getting a more natural diet. And when I feed the rabbits, guys, I feed fur and all. When I feed Samson an entire chicken, it's feathers and all. Why, Sam? Why do you do that? Because he needs all of it. The fur, the feathers have different minerals and nutrients that his body needs, right? Like the chicken feet, all of that has a purpose, guys. And the only way that you're ever truly going to get your animals healthy is through the food that you're feeding them. Food is medicine. That's the same for your animals as it is for your children. You would never feed your children processed foods for every single meal. You simply wouldn't do it. You're going to introduce some vegetables. You're going to introduce some fruits. You're going to introduce them to home-cooked meals at some point in their lives. Well, your dogs and your cat, they deserve that same consideration. Their stomachs were never made to eat a dry dog food, folks. It is killing their gut bacteria. Look, I say this all the time. They're in the same animal kingdom we are. They're mammals, we're mammals, which means a lot of the same nervous, our bodies are very similar with the way that we give birth or our bodies digest to a certain extent. Gut bacteria for your dogs and your cat is almost identical to human. And the gut-brain connection, again, almost identical. You're seeing dogs with behavior problems, with depression, with anxiety, with basically behavior disorders. That is all coming from the food, y'all. I'm being really serious. If you want a better behaved, happier, less injured dog, you need to be raw feeding it. Guys, we were demonetized for speaking truth, so if you like to support what we do here at Starkey Farmstead, you can drop something in Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. Don't forget, newsletter comes out May 1st. If you have not signed up for it, guys, look, I am telling you, with the world the way it is right now, you need to be connected in with Leslie and I through the newsletter. We will also be doing Zooms with people who get the newsletter. So you're going to get to have a class, meeting some of the people that are on our platform, and you're going to be able to talk to us one-on-one. I really highly suggest that you go ahead and pay your subscription fee of $30 every 6 months and get that done tonight so I can get you on the list before the morning. You guys have a blessed day. We love y'all so much. My daughter's home. I'm wore out. Didn't get to bed till almost 3 o'clock this morning. I was up by 7, going. It's time for me to go back to bed. I really hope this video helped you. I will try to put together some more homemade remedies that I use on my animals. And when I'm treating for a specific disease or disorder, I'll make sure to do a video for that so you guys can see why I don't have to take my animals to the vet like most people. Now, I will say with Samson, the vet literally told us, and so did my sister, who is a doctor in Arkansas, had we not had him on the raw diet the way he is and raised him on the clean food that he was raised on, we may have had to put him down already, his hip sockets. But because he is so beautifully formed and his bones are so thick, the doctor was like, it's beautiful. His entire body, his muscles. He's like, this dog is 100% in the best shape, Sam, I've ever seen. Guess what? I don't treat with heartworm medicine that the vet gives, yet my 14-month-old Dogo, Argentina, doesn't have heartworms. Well, All dogs have heartworms. But because I use a homemade remedy for that, the doctor's like, my God, this dog is beautiful. If you weren't feeding him the way you were, he might not would be able to walk at this point. All the grace of God. You know what I'm saying? Don't let Satan steal your animals from you. God gave you a brain, guys. Ask those questions. If you're concerned, if you're afraid, it's okay. When I started walking this out with my dogs with raw dog food, and my husband's like, that's insane. You're spending how much money on raw food? I'm like, fine, I'll raise rabbits. I'll do whatever it takes, but my dogs are not going to die prematurely because of this funky crap they feed them nowadays. Don't let somebody steal your dog from you or your cat. God bless you guys. Good night.